Okay. We should be live. Welcome.
Welcome.
It's welcome. VOD Squad and Precogs.
We are back with more Vampires the Masquerade. Bloodlines. Bleh.
And maybe, just maybe, I'll be able to open the game. Well,
Maybe
it's open,
someday.
right? But
Yeah.
I can't see it. As is the way of things.
This is a very finicky game in particular.
Something about having a dual monitor setup now makes me really hate full screen games.
Oh. Now time to wake up.
Yeah.
Hey, Eric Lowry. Well, welcome to the chats. On time as usual.
Just minimize everything and then see if I can open the
the
game.
hard way how finicky it was last time. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, man. See if I can see the game. That would help. Maybe if I just turn off the screen, turn it back on. I'm nothing if not punctual. I often say if I show up on time, kill my doppelganger. Pretty okay at being early to things, though. Although that's not true. I sometimes show up like right on time.
I try to be right on time.
We did it. We opened the game.
Woo!
Please clap. And loaded screen. It's not like echoing. Some hellish dimension.
We want to make sure we have the best streaming experience for everyone.
Now, tutorial. We want Santa Monica Asylum. I found a very amusing console command. I was like writing, right? And then I was just like zoning out looking at the other monitor. And then I spotted a console command I did not expect to see. I expected to see the normal Source Engine ones, like Impulse 101 and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta start the stream with a nice Muppet dance.
Naturally.
Yeah. If you're here early, that's the perks. You get to see the nice Muppet dance. Here early or at the end. Fucking amazing dancing. I know there's like a behind-the-scenes story about this dance. I have to like look it up again. Okay, so there's a console command called money. Money, yeah. Isolated. So this console command. Is that working? Oh, it is. This changes.
What does it change?
Changes the boob size. Yeah,
Money
baby.
changes the boob size? Why?
You can't do anything but have daggers, though, right?
I guess not.
Is 1.5 separate from 1? Oh, it is. Okay, so you can have degrees. Alright, well. That'll do nicely. From the front it looks normal, I suppose. Well, let's see.
Yeah.
What if we jack it up? What if we go 5? Oh no, that's no good. Okay.
It's too much. The power.
What if we go 2? Yeah, 2 still looks normal from the front. Okay, now we're in Cartoon Town. But like from the side, there's like some real stabbers.
Bam.
Got some real
cones.
Yeah, we got some real torpedoes. I think honestly, like, and these are not affected, right?
We should do a challenge run of Vampires the Masquerade. Just like, every time I die, boob size increases 0.5.
It would very quickly become, like, completely unbearable. What about hers? Are those, like, connected to the boob thing? No, they're not. So some people are just like one big block and they don't have boobs, right?
Huh.
So like, I wouldn't have boobs, but I was like messing around with character creation to see like which clans actually have boobs that move, and it's most, um, it's just the Malkavian, I think. Oh, those look huge.
That's a booby.
Is that normal? Oh no, it's not normal. Okay, you're welcome, Jeanette. It actually like functions because they're like semi-round on her character model instead of like big goddamn stabbers. They just look like bolted on, which is more natural than just like, you know, please. Cones. I think, hot take, probably better to be flat than have torpedo tits. Meaning like big tubes. No, let me out. Yeah, whenever I'm upset at something, I should hiss. You're not affected by boobs. Not affected by money.
I wonder how many dots the massive tits merit would be.
Well, I mean, there is an attractiveness thing. What about the... I bet she's affected. That looks different. Oh, I see who is.
Ooh.
Yeah, they look awful. 1.5 is not bad. I wonder what degrees of 1.5 we can get away with. That's already a little bit... Yeah. So it's like 1.5 is like kind of the upper limit of like what you can do. What about the Lily character model where it's like that tied on shirt thing? The beautiful merit for your character. Yeah, I forgot. There's beautiful and there's like hideous. Those merits and flaws, I think, are really interesting. If I was gonna make, and I kind of have, in designing, is she still on the beach? Good question. I would assume that she would only move after a main quest shifts her. So typically everything changes when you visit the boat, but I haven't had it yet. That's definitely different.
Booba.
Let's see. Who's this over here? So I wonder, is this the people that have boob physics? Because I notice it's the Malkavian whose boobs move, and it's actually the Gangrel is the only other character that seems to have different hair. You know what does change? Is the hair on the female Tremere. That gets bigger because her hair has physics. When you run around, her hair moves.
Right, so it would have to be detached from the rest of the model.
Yeah, I suppose so. But I would assume that it would indicate physics, but it doesn't, because a lot of these characters...
Hey, Gabe. Hey, Never.
Hey.
Got the whole crew.
Yeah, welcome back, guys. Good to have you with us. Sorry we didn't stream for a couple days. Persuading...
Wasn't it only like 1 or 2 days?
That's a couple. Chard remains valid. Okay, so I talked to the prince. Oh, and I talked to Damsel about the Jezebel. Alright. You know, maybe we should... Speaking of, we have so much experience, we might as well become hotter, right? I mean, why not?
Hell yeah. Priorities.
Yes. Oh, I wonder...
Now you want to see if the price went down?
Don't think so. Okay, but what if we're so hot, right? That's $40, which is competitive. What's the subterfuge? Oh, I can't go.
If we're hot enough, is it free? Is that the idea?
Yeah. Oh!
Oh!
That is true. Okay, well now let's see how much we have to spend to be Okay, that's 12. Expensive. Okay, let's go for the 9. And then let's see what we can do. Okay, yeah.
There we go.
I'm a little short on cash, but I'd love to spend some time with you. Yeah, okay. So I actually already have full blood, so but you can just get in this taxi cab if you'd like. Okay, so we going downtown. I think 8 seduction is enough to seduce the ladies in Hollywood. Oh.
Or you just need to give them an acting role.
Eh. Yeah, so we have seduction 7, which is massive numbers. What about you?
Whoa, the jiggle.
Little short on cash. Okay, yeah, same dialogue. So these must be affected by money.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. So, man,
Whoa.
those are like.
Those are some mommy milkers.
It's just like. You know, honestly, with the size increasing, the underside thing is weird. Because it's not really, like, it's supposed to be shadows, but now it just looks like a stripe on her shirt. Man, how completely obscene. The peak of video gaming, honestly. Wait, does her bottom part change? No, it doesn't. It's just janky. Boom.
Yeah,
We're in business.
Walk around with that.
I wonder if we... I hope we get to an era...
Could you crash the game by setting it to 100,000?
1, 2, 3. 1, 2. That'd be...
No. It's too much.
Ah! The abyss! It stares back at me! Okay. Yeah. Let's go...
What happens if you set it to a negative?
I don't think anything. Well, I guess I don't know. Because I was trying to get it to work and it wasn't doing anything. Oh boy.
Whoa.
Man. Abyssal.
Now she's a feminist. We got him.
Got him, boys. Her tits are crossing into an event horizon. Oh, you're affected for sure. Yeah. Singularity tits. Now I wonder with the shirt how big you can go before it's goofy.
Already kind of goofy.
Yeah. I think a 1.5 is really as far as you can. I mean, even there, it's like crinkling the shirt to a weird extent. Although, looking good. Looking good, damsel.
Never mind, you suck.
Plague Bear's dead.
Man, she's got a nose like it was made in Elden Ring. Access code for a living, so messing with this kind of code is my happy place.
This is in the... Wait, that's a poster in the women's room? Wow.
That's kind of weird, but okay.
The blood-soaked towel. Oh my god, I didn't know these things were that old. The automatic towel thing, where it changes like a reel of towel, goes like, and then eventually it runs out, and then they have to change it for a new like cloth towel.
I see.
Oh.
sucking people off again tonight? You know it.
Hell yeah. Okay. I was curious what they would say about it. Because last time we saw Nines, he leaves the puzzle mansion. And, like, honestly, if he's got to die, he's got to die. You know, not for killing the Primogen, but for leaving the puzzle mansion after clearly finding the body, right? So he solved all the puzzles of this fucking guy's house, and then he reset them when he left. Psychopath. He put me through all the puzzles. Because, you know, Mr. Alistair Grout, he doesn't have, like, resetting puzzles, because when I solved them, they stayed solved. But when fucking Nines Rodriguez solves the puzzles, he resets them, like a lunatic.
Oh, man.
And then when I walk in, he's like, oh, you should leave, it's bad news. And he's like, by the way, he could have said, also, here's the answers to all the puzzles, this is what you do. So you don't have to spend, like, 45 minutes trying to figure out which candelabra to yank.
Just hands you off a note.
So there's, like, a decent amount of, like, alleys where you can get some suck. It's pretty interesting. Oh, you know what? I have, like, extra... I have this gun, you know?
Uh-huh.
Okay, here's a question. Is this a crime? Okay, just curious.
Alrighty, now we know. I always like that Jack lets you make up your own mind about things. As he should.
Yeah. Alright, let's drop by Fat Larry.
I generally don't like it when role-playing games like these try to, like, force your character into a particular story.
The narrative in general is kind of forcing you to take one side or the other rather than being indifferent, because, like, I am indifferent. I have no idea whether he would have been killing a guy or not.
You're right.
Sell a couple of those so you don't fill up. I doubt we're gonna have another quest that requires morphine though, so go down to 3. I can't wait to get to Hollywood. I remember that place semi-fondly. Oh, you know what? I should probably get blood salvo for that. It'll be 15, so I have just enough to go and rush blood salvo if I need it. Oh, is this... These look like spooky statues. What do you guys think about Kane in here? I'll accept being railroaded into picking a side. That's kind of what happens when a war is brewing. Yeah. In that particular case, that's like, you literally don't know anything. Like, he's been staked by someone, and that guy left.
There should at least be a dialogue option that's like, I don't know.
Yeah. Because nothing you say on either side really affects, like, their opinions of you. The black guy was like, oh, that's bullshit. Like, he was already mad when I just said what I saw. But, yeah, I don't know. Can I just, like...
Does drinking blood feel better than morphine to a vampire? I imagine it's like right after a delicious Thanksgiving dinner and you're just like laying around with the itis and you're like, ah, nice.
First of all, Ground no longer exists.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I mean, all same outcomes.
their god? That's like weirdly atheist for a guy who's a Canaanite. Your origin story is in the book, buddy. On the way in. I'll go at once.
Sweet.
I need money. Should I ask? Should I ask him for money? I bet he'd give you like $1,000.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Hey. Free money.
Yeah.
But I could also kill them.
I have to prep for this. Yeah, I have to prep. AK do side quests. Kill all the plague bearers. Okay, it looks like this is like. I wonder if I'm supposed to be doing anything with the Asian vampire, or if I just do that when I get to Chinatown.
A part of me hopes that the Asian vampire is super over the top, like stereotyped.
Oh, you mean like talking like hero yero?
Yeah.
Yeah, they all talk like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But the thing is, that somehow became like offensive, but it's like if you literally have like a rough accent, like that's what it sounds like. You know, it's just how the languages kind of interact. They don't have the same sounds. It's like Americans will say Goebbels instead of Goebbels, like the or like PewDiePie was talking about like Bjorn. We would say Bjorn, but he's like Bjorn. But we don't have an sound, so all of our words just go to OR. Or like.
And like even in America, we have like multiple different accents and different like regions where we just say things differently.
Yeah, there's like basically just America and maybe Germany now has the R sound. Because everybody else rolls their R's. Like hard R sounds are American.
Yeah.
Germany.
It's usually the advice people give for doing an American accent is doing really hard R's.
Right. It's funny because like what was so wild that I heard recently is that Germany used to roll their R's like Spanish and everything else, but then they trained it out of young kids as a form of denazification
Which is the
because
stupidest fucking thing
yeah, it's
ever.
so fucking retarded.
If you
but
listen to old, like, folksy German songs, you'll hear them roll their R's, yeah.
yeah, there's a lot of people that do now as like a form of like rebellion, and there's also High German, which you're supposed to roll your R's or whatever.
Ah, yes, the highest of Germans.
It's like a different form of German. It's like it's like more formal, and you're supposed to roll your R's in that. Okay, so these quests, I don't really have any leads for them. Like the bum in the warehouse, I don't really know. Let's go to Skyline Apartments 2A. Whatever. Let's see if we can do some quests before we do the main quest. You know. There's a new game in this series coming to the current gen consoles, apparently. Well, there was supposed to be Bloodlines 2, but it got canned for being too woke. Hopefully that comes out eventually, probably in a better political climate.
Right.
As I see like market forces shifting and companies being more likely to appeal to either a neutral audience or a more right audience, I see gaming improving.
It's funny that we're entering the period, or I guess we've already kind of entered the period where the Republicans are the rebels now.
Confession, that's the name of the church rave thing. It's kind of a small church, isn't it? Or small cathedral, I should say.
I guess them city cathedrals.
There's a new trailer for it. What?
Well, this needs to be looked up now, huh? When did the new trailer come out? We must have missed it.
Yeah, let's see. Well, I have this all set up in case.
8 days ago, official announcement trailer.
No fucking way, really? Hold on.
It says GameSpot trailer.
We're gonna have to.
I don't know if it's actually real, but.
YouTube, that's the one. Video sharing platform. Oh, fucking Christ. Oh, kill me. What is this? Bing Edge shit? Sorry. I'm so sorry. This is all I have set up be,
10 days ago, official announcement trailer.
Alright. Please. Oh, God.
It's crazy because all the other videos are like from 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and then all of a sudden just like a few days ago.
Oh, please, God, let this not be some like woke trash. God, I would rather the game not come out than
Watch party. Yeah, why not, honestly.
Easy allies. Oh, God.
You want to share your screen and watch it?
I am sharing this screen.
Oh, you're sharing. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so is there still hope?
Well, I guess let's find out. I haven't watched it, so this will be fun. Alright,
Oh, God,
let's do
alright.
it together.
Lord have mercy.
The Chinese room.
Okay.
This is probably copyrighted music, isn't it?
It's okay.
Yeah, whatever.
We got 3 strikes.
Well, the video might be taken down. Already kind of annoying music. Everything looks super pretty though, look at
So
that.
that's,
Dude, I can do anime Gatling punches.
yeah, it's probably Celerity. That must be Tremere. Oh, that's fucking sick.
But is it woke? That's the real question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, is that the same mansion?
Grad's mentioned now.
I don't know. There were a lot of white characters.
Yeah.
That's usually a good sign.
Let's see.
Do you want to read the comments?
So it is on Steam and Epic Store. So I don't know. So she said my blood is singing. Does that mean she's a daughter of cacophony? I don't know what the symbol is. She said, I will wait for you.
Jeez, those punches. Apparently being a vampire gives you the powers of Mr. Fantastic, too. That's like some animation.
Okay, hold on. Okay, she's... Okay. So this is a character from the previous iteration of the game. I can't remember what he's called, but he was in other trailers and gameplay trailers and stuff, or gameplay examples. He's some quest giver guy. He's the classic Nosferatu hacker guy. And so he's, I guess, being cocky because he's behind a locked door. So combat abilities seem to be like the focus.
Yeah, makes sense.
Who do we have here? So that was the publisher previously, Paradox.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Sumo Digital Studio.
I don't know what the Chinese room is, but
I don't know, but Chinese is normally not something that rings good bells in my head.
I don't know. I mean, as far as the media that they produce, they don't do any diversity stuff. They're very like, oh, Slug, that's what it's called, yeah.
Yeah. I'm not, as far as I can see anyway, I'm not seeing a bunch of diversity shoved in your throat.
That's a very ambient parking sign. Yeah. Is that a tattoo on her neck? I didn't notice that at first. Is that...
I guess so. Granted, this is very, like, cinematic type trailer with, like, some brief shots of fighting. So they're not giving you a really good idea of what the story actually is.
Yeah,
Maybe
this is true.
Purposefully so. Who knows?
Maybe it's not very well developed.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Chinese room has made some walking simulators, like Everybody's Gone to the Rapture.
Interesting.
Isn't immediately identifiable as woke trash, still skeptical, but hope it's good and apolitical. There's really no such thing as like apolitical. Everybody has a sort of bent one way or the other, and there's a lot of like elements, even in like stuff that you could consider neutral. There's like a certain like bias this way or that way. Like you could consider like, for example, Elden Ring neutral, but they have a sort of anti-religious bias to it, which is kind of common. Like anti-organized religion is very common in like Japanese stuff. But anyway, I wonder what IAD.
What's the political elements in Pong?
Then what's the yeah, fair enough. Well, you know, if you want me to turn on my liberal arts degree, obviously fascism, very obviously. Obviously toxic masculinity and fascism, because...
It cements the idea that people have to compete to win.
Exactly, yeah. The fact that you can lose is fascist. That there is an order of someone that wins and loses. So by simple nature of that, it's like more fascist than, say, Gone Home, right? I mean, should you take any of the information I'm telling you now and use it anywhere? No. Just only like think of that in the education of like there is always an excuse to like demonize you that's not a real like morality system. So IAD, hopefully this is like,
I kind of want to see what the comments say though.
I would imagine
See if they have more insight.
So they have bats.
Yeah.
So I don't see them being like a specialized vampire slaying unit. But like, what is that going on there?
Yeah, I don't know. I look at it and I'm like, what the fuck is that lightsaber, you know?
I think it's just like a glow stick. But
maybe.
Now fucking imagine there's like an anti-vampire SWAT team thing that's like really scary, right? And like when they show up, you like, as a player, you're like, ah, fuck, I can't fight these guys. Like, that would be really cool. Or just, like, have elders be something you might typically encounter and be like...
Well, you know, your hands were glowing in that scene, so maybe you did something to them.
That could be Auspex, too.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to play a Bruja. the first-person punching looks so good. So let's, like, take a look here. 420...
Blazing.
It's just kind of like generic graffiti. There's nothing to like be learned there. I love this scene, by the way. This like shut down bar at night with the chairs on the tables.
Yeah. It's so gorgeous.
Now we've got these striped flags. Are those American flags? Yeah, they are. Okay.
Yeah. Wow, that's really fascist.
Hopefully it's
Were
not.
they originally gay pride flags and they had to switch them out?
Hopefully it's not just like some kind of like narrative of like, oh, you go to the America base and beat up the evil Americans. Because there was like in Cyberpunk 2077 there was like a patriotic gang and like they were bad and stuff.
They're bad because they love their country. Alright.
Ball 25.
You can wish list it. So, do you think the comment section have more insight?
Let's see.
Give us all the knowledge.
Okay, you've shown us combat, now show us what Vampires Masquerade. Bloodlines was well known for RPG choices and amazing dialogue, right?
Fair.
That's what everyone's thinking. Good writing with just the right amount of twisted humor. Expressive facial animations and body language. Ability to switch between first and third person. Characters feel real. A lot of mysteries. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's the wish list, right?
Yeah. Everybody's still talking about how they want to hear that the story has improved. And that, like...
If they hire the original writer back, that could be good. Okay.
But yeah, the trailer is inoffensive, so there's really nothing to be worried about right now. I'm glad that people are skeptical. I mean, there's every reason to be after hearing about the shit show that was before, yeah.
So, I guess you could look up the developer that's listed now, the Chinese room. 6th Street was the gang, yeah.
Prepared yet? Not much to say. Yeah, well, we'll see if they come out with more story stuff, given a little bit more time.
Yeah. Yeah, anyway, while we're over here.
It's nice to hear that it's still happening, at least, though. Could be something to look forward to.
Larry said he was lost as far as like physical attributes. Let's not worry about the like progressive cost of skills, I guess. Although, if we didn't, talents I think would be like fucking busted because that'd be. Although let's see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, well, 1, 2, 3, 4 would be. So you can max 4 skills. Yeah, that actually sounds right, to be honest. So yeah, let's not worry about the progressive cost. Well, if that exists in this system, which I thought it did.
Says, I was lost because I was trying to find the section of the book that describes progressive cost.
Yeah, you know what? Let's forget about that. I'm probably wrong about that. And if I'm not, house rule, we'll just assume it doesn't matter. This will also make you stronger, which is fine. I am not a GM that cares about that too much. Anyway, let's see if I can't and get back into the game. Let's see if it opens up for me. Oh, it did.
Nice.
Look at that.
Seamless.
I assume she's not affected by boob size, but we should check. No. See, across the street we've got fucking Booger over there.
Booba.
Is this Skyline? That's Empire. Fuck. And I mean, I would love a really good game. Obviously.
Crazy. What?
It's just like I don't wanna. I would really like something to be like overtly based, just because I just don't want to be surrounded by like this insidious like influence of just like just this like very casual like infection of let me like minimize. Oh well, I just don't want the PDF up on my other monitor because it's like black and white tends to like burn in sometimes, especially when it's like a graphic and not a This was the place that had it had like the weird creepy guy in the basement, right?
Hey, Jimmy Rose says the adventures of the world's suckiest vampire.
Hell yeah. Let's go to Skyline Apartments 2A.
It would be nice to play a game without pronouns and with the assumption that everyone knows and understands that there are only two genders. That should be the base.
That's like bare minimum.
Yeah, like what happened to the world? It's crazy.
There's no collision on this? Oh, there is. Weird. Okay.
It is somewhat comical though that like gender theory is all about arguing semantics of what the definition of gender is.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 90% of the left's arguments are just like semantics about like definitions based on what I feel the definition should be.
That's actually a really good book. Yeah, I mean...
Wrong century.
Well, it's not just an argument about semantics. It's like... So that's what I mean by, like, kind of the creeping corruption. It's like...
Well, it's like
people...
once you give them, like, an inch, like, okay, we can make the word mean that thing now.
Right,
then they move a little bit further.
Okay, so you just take something and you keep on repeating it until people just eventually tacitly will believe it, or you will take 2 points, both of which are wrong, but one is less wrong, and so people will think like, oh, well, I can compromise by taking this less wrong opinion.
Yeah, right.
And it's not. Like...
That's kind of why compromising is not always the solution.
So, for example, I was in an argument where this guy was saying that the Aztecs would have won against the conquistadors. Fucking retarded, right? But I was saying if they had gone back in technology, they would have still been less... They would have been more capable than the Aztecs. Because I was saying, like, if they had gone back 100 years and they were wearing, like, full plate mail, they would have won. And then the guy I was arguing with was like, no, it's, like, too hot, etc. They would have died. And it's like, well, they didn't die. And they were wearing, like, almost the same amount of armor. And then it's like, what about the Crusades? They did fine in the Crusades. And it was hot.
Yeah, it was fucking hot.
But then they won, right? And it's like... And then you have, like, the old Bronze Age, like, armor, which is even hotter, right? It's this giant, like, thick plates of stuff. And then he was like, oh, well, they could have... It's like, armor doesn't work. You can stab between the gaps in the armor. And I was like, no, you can't. You know what they did? They put armor between the gaps, right? Because, like you, they thought of that. And then they put armor there.
Does anyone else bang their head against the wall every time you see, like, in manga or in movies where they just stab through plate mail?
Yeah, that drives me insane. The start of Dragon Age 2...
It would be one thing if, like, you cast a magic spell on your sword that you could stab it through plate mail. But no. That's not how it usually is.
The start of Dragon Age 2, they did that as like a mercy killing. They stabbed him through the stomach of his plate mail, and I was like, what the fuck just happened?
What's the plate mail there for?
What? Okay, so I've already been here. Nothing changed. This is the same state. And then the hobo saw the murder, etc. So the thing that happened in that conversation was he was like, oh, well, if you stab it at the right angle, obsidian could go through plate mail. And he was like, he was very condescending, and he was like, oh, you know it's the sharpest material. And I was like, yes, it's sharper than metal. You know it's not harder than metal, so it cannot stab through chainmail. No matter how sharp something is, it doesn't, like, if I have a really sharp knife, I cannot cut a rock in half because it is not hard enough. It will not happen. Right? And then someone who is on my side, who's generally very sensible, was like, oh yeah, you know, he was like willing to concede that if you stabbed it right at just the right angle, just hard enough, you could stab through chainmail, and you can't, right? Assuming that these are poorer knights that have chainmail between the gaps instead of interlocking plates, which, you know, you could also have. And the fact is, it's just not true. No matter how sharp your paper shuriken is, you can't stab through like a car door. It just won't happen. So I guess that's something I'll get more clues on later.
In Final Fantasy XVI, Clive cuts through plate mail, but he has several gods living inside of him, so yeah, okay, then it's okay. If you have several gods living inside of you, I think you can cut through plate mail. But if you're just some guy, probably shouldn't be doing that.
Probably. Now, I wonder, I was just thinking about the Venus quest. Does she understand that I'm a vampire? Is that, like, part of what she is informed on? Kind of wonder. Wonder if you have quests in this game where the people you're doing them for don't know that you're a vampire. I guess we'll just do the main quest. Because I don't think there's anything else to learn at that warehouse. Yeah. Perfect. But, so there's a bunch of things that, like, people would tacitly believe because it's, like, less argumentative to believe it, or, like, to say that they believe it, and that's, like, oh, there's the word gender means gender and sex means sex. Agreeing to, like, appease, to humor that point is the starting point for them to be like, well, you see, like, they're basically, sex basically doesn't exist, or whatever. It's like the starting point for that. There's the other thing is, like, white people being inbred is, or that there's a lot of incest that happens in the South, or that, like, Southern people are stupid. Those things are all not true, but people are kind of trained to just agree with it because it's less argumentative than being like, no. First of all, like, there's this thing with, like, English people being inbred that, like, I had an Indian friend, and, like, I guess her grandparents are, like, racist against British people because they
occupied India or something.
Yeah. So they were like, oh, British people are all inbred. And, like, in reality, anywhere that's had, like, Islam in it has a lot of incest. So, and her grandparents are, like, Muslim Indian, so the candles don't. So in reality, while it's not very nice to say, her parents are probably more inbred than British people, or her grandparents.
Hot meat kettle type of situation.
Yeah, whereas, like, if you look at England is split between, like, a bunch of different, like, first of all, Anglo-Saxon implies two separate, like, Germanic groups, and then there's the Britons, and then there's, like, the Normans. So there's, like, just amongst, like, the main groups, before you even, like, worry about all the other subgroups, there's so much, like, literal diversity in like English heritage. Oh, can I have your letter opener? It seems quite
Cool.
quite vampiric, I must say.
Seems to be the only thing on the table.
Yeah, okay. Send me in. Is there an actual car waiting?
Is Wonder Woman the character overrated? Was thinking about and thought she doesn't really wow or have hit storylines. She kind of just grandfathered into hype. I'm not a huge Wonder Woman fan, no.
Also, Jamie Rose is saying Venus is probably in on the Masquerade.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because she's like an edgy nightclub owner. So you just assume?
Silly Adam. Diversity doesn't count unless they're brown.
I gotta say, this is a pretty... Is the taxi cab actually just gonna drive me to the... I gotta say, this is a pretty cool effect. For an old game. So it's like, that's nothing. Right? I guess transparent. So it really gives you this feeling of windows being real, even though, like...
Yeah.
Not
bad. Not bad.
Is it on every window? Oh, wow.
Could be better, but, you know.
Is that the skybox behind? No, it's not. It's just a separate texture. Okay, so this is like if you're far away, it's like, oh yeah, I'm in the city. So maybe around here is where you're supposed to see that. And then if you get closer, the immediate. Okay, it's cool. It really makes it feel like you're not going through a loading screen. All right, let's see. Are you drive? I assume that says museum, but
yeah. What else could it say? Mommy milkers.
it looks like
It's gotta be museum.
all right. So here's an M, right? Well, once it's red, it's impossible. So that's an M. That's a U. Where do you think? No, okay. I don't know. Wait, where did I? Roof access. I thought you gave me the key to the front door. No joke, this Velociraptor did actually startle me.
Just a random Velociraptor.
I was just like, oh fuck, we got a fight on our hands. It's a Velociraptor.
Oh fuck, it's go time.
Damn funny, you scaring the crap out of the cleaning crew. Now would you put the damn raptor back in the exhibit? Oh, and don't leave your keys lying around. Or...
Marshall, fire your ass.
I thought it was like Marshall, fire your ass.
It does have a little bit of a space there.
The kerning is unacceptable.
Yeah.
For Slayer in the Wide Valley, I spent a long time working on that kerning. I like every chapter title. I made sure all the letters were just snug enough. I did all these little tricks just to make sure all the letters of the chapter names worked. And I subbed out all sorts of letters for other fonts and stuff. What the fuck's going on in here? No Deb of Night playing in the painting closet?
Hey.
Hey.
Yo. Welcome to chat. We're chatting it up while getting our suck on.
Get some suck. For those of you who don't know what the fuck I'm talking about with that, at my school there were these people really, really forlorn and like sad about the concept or the fact that there's a population of gay guys who are gym bros and like, wow.
Misogynist. All I did was open the door.
Dude, you work at a museum. You need to calm the fuck down.
Yeah, why do you even have a gun? Who you shooting?
Get the...
Imagine someone just walking into a museum and immediately getting shot.
It's also like I don't look
Go
like...
Ghost!
I also don't look like a I look like I could work here. Like...
Take a Joe Bill Penn Stiller.
Okay, so there's this fucking guy, right? He's just like, la-di-da-di-da, and there's like, bam, shoot him. Like, what is he gonna do?
Janitor.
I mean, he doesn't look like a janitor, but he looks like a museum curator.
Just the dog, very interested in us talking. Being all cute.
And yeah, anyway, the people were very upset about this misogynistic gay guys that work out all the time and just hate women.
Now you look like you're discovering humans for the first time.
And I just thought it was so goddamn funny. I could not stop laughing.
Bro, you don't with those shake weights?
You don't do those shake weights?
I gotta practice my jack.
Yeah, I gotta practice my jack. Yo, dog. Like,
Must be why they're gay, Lamau. Just hated women too much. Started sucking dick.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, at the time, the message was that you're born gay, but now it's like you're a bigot if you don't choose to be gay. So maybe they chose to be gay not out of the goodness of their heart, but simply just hating women enough. They were like,
yeah, this would be a good opportunity to have him go, who the fuck are you, and then make a speech check. Yeah, that would be way smarter.
Well, we can at least keep that in mind if the next game is really shitty with stealth and people
if they
just
start shooting you immediately upon entering a museum, then it has not improved. Confirmed.
Yeah.
Little turds.
So we can hopefully the next game we won't begrudge them if the stealth sections just end in violence. Honestly, you should be able to walk into a museum at night and be like,
hi, I'm the janitor.
wow.
You're too lanky and you crouch. Just messes with the stairs.
Some like platforming part of me is like, I need to be on that pterodactyl. It's where I belong. Oh, am I getting down there? Yeah, I am, right? So I guess I am actually jumping. Well, there's no fall damage, right? So let's get in a nice tactical position. Right? Let's just...
Jamie Rose says, and I thought Payday 2 had questionable stealth.
Okay. So, from our very stealthy position, we will survey the environment. Actually, I'm pretty thirsty. So let me just leave
to get some drink.
Our kindred here, and I'm gonna go get a drink. But yeah, I could not stop laughing at the like gay gym bro idea, and could not stop lining up scenarios.
Ah, yes. You get like the angry feminist who's like, this is why you'll never get a girlfriend, and then they go, good, because I like cock. Look at them. They don't know that you are the head of the sun.
The sun? Yeah, I think that'd be like the best, like, you know, they made that like gay comedy thing that like
Bros was the gay comedy thing, and I thought that's what they were gonna do.
Make it
like
funny.
have it about gay gym bros, and then it turned out to just be like super generic gay rights shit.
Yeah, movie for like literally nobody. But if they had it be like some weird combination of like super misogyny plus gay stuff, it would have been really funny. Like it would have been so funny. Just like fucking imagine it's like I said the other what was it like, oh man, my mom got like hit by a car and she's dead, and it's like, nice, one less bitch, and they like high five, like they just because it's like there's like the MGTOW guys, right, like the men going their own way,
right,
and they hate women like a lot, right, because they have gone their own way for a reason, and then they're like completely isolated from women, but in a way they're on the same level as these super gay guys because they never need them romantically, right? They're never like going to live with a woman and then like I don't know, they just don't have that like balancing aspect of like seeing the good and the bad and whatever. So it's just like they hate women, but then like it's just like it seems like something that would progress, like they just get more and more hateful.
Yeah.
And probably more and more gay. All right, so
more aggressively gay.
So I'm thinking those doors over there seem like relevant. So let's like save here, and every time we fail, we'll go back to the Brontosaurus head. Do not see me. Oh, that's the main door. That's where I have the keys to. Okay, this is great doorknob height. I mean, like, why did they make such...
You're so tiny.
Come on. Everyone in this world is tiny compared to the doors of this world. I mean, that's like normal size, kind of.
That's almost up to your shoulder.
Yeah, that is kind of... Yeah. You know, most first-person games, the camera is in your chest. And Skyrim, they didn't put it... Oh, okay. Okay. Museum basement key. I'm sure I need that for something. I'm not just a kleptomaniac. Third person is good for... Whoa, no. Are you coming in here?
You cannot see me. Bleh.
This guy's getting some suck. Let me tell you. What is this room? It's like a server room plus a break room. You have water next to the servers? Don't do that. What? Computer sitting on the floor? Okay.
You deserve to die just for that.
Just gonna...
And this is a great time to remind chat to stay hydrated.
Oh my god. You just immediately are covered from the suck. What? Shh. Can I... I'm not here. What do we think? We thinking there's not a guy here? I'm just a water cooler. Because there's a computer there, so I feel like...
What the... Oh, he's having an off day. I think he's thinking of jumping.
He just has his gun out, like like an unhinged security guard, walking around on his desk.
Just looking out the window like, today's the day, man. I'm gonna fucking do it.
Luckily, I got a can of...
This is the first floor.
Luckily, I got a can of Mountain Dew by my side. Mountain Dew does make you... While you're on Mountain Dew...
Saw a spider on the floor.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Hack. Iluvagab.
I love game. Aww.
Get some
He's
suck.
gay.
Sarcophagus guy. Johansson. Anders Johansson. Got it. Statue on Daryl's workstation is creeping me out. I was working late in the night. I swear I thought it would. So it moved. Daryl's workstation.
Speaking of gay, remember how they turned Superman's son gay? Tried to make him new Superman by retiring Clark Kent and giving him a rainbow flag as a cape. I thought they just did that for like the cover. Did they actually make it canon that he has a rainbow flag as a cape?
That's supersonic cancer. Okay, so wits gives me hacking, so I can auspex.
Yeah, Gabe is being appreciated. Gabe the Gen, you have a fan. I want to see it top or bottom. I don't know. Wasn't he like literally dating a intellectually disabled person?
What? With Superman?
The gay Superman? I'm pretty sure he was dating someone who was like so dumb it could be considered retarded. Like he couldn't spell.
What was this like a?
He couldn't like read or write well.
Hold on. Did they? Was this a black character that they did?
No.
Oh, okay.
Just like some rainbow hair colored other gay guy.
Oh, and he was like kicked out, and when he was in kindergarten.
I don't remember.
So he never learned to read or write.
Gabe the Gen says, "Don't know. Is it possible that someone even bought that comic?" I'm pretty sure he dates someone who's like kind of retarded. I don't know how else to say it. I don't know why they would write that. Maybe they just thought they would get more diversity points that way, but
I don't know why I'm like printing the sales figures, but I feel like if I can print them, I should print them. I should go get to the printer to take them.
Yeah.
Later on, these are workstations. We can find that statue that's on Gabe's desk.
Oh, yeah.
Gabe's enchanted statue. I know it's going to be some occult thing that gives me a passive boost. We need it.
Hell yeah.
We need it. Okay.
Remember cubicles?
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard the idea of taking down the cubicles apparently made it better in the workplace, but I would have preferred the cubicle.
Well, everyone would prefer their own office.
Yeah.
So it depends, right? So like if you're working on like collaborative work, right? Then Dork Jan found them buried in the sofa downstairs and turned them into lost and out. Stop losing your keys all over the place. Aren't demanding a finder's fee. JJ. Okay, I didn't see that the first time. I guess because I wasn't properly aligned. But where's the enchanted statue? Boo. Okay. Let me get trance ready in case I run into opposition. Basement key? Wasn't I in the basement? Oh, I should probably take a Claritin. I'm like not breathing.
You're having trouble breathing?
Well, I can just like hear my fucking nose is like, and yeah.
Okay, you'll take your Claritin. There, go get your D. And then we'll get our suck on. They did change it, but quickly changed it back since the book was disguised as the regular Superman book, and the Rainbow Cape gave it away that it was John Kent's Superman. They do look exactly the same without having any distinguishing feature about them. It's almost like they should have had Superman's son just like be his own superhero instead of taking the Superman name. I mean, you could straight up just call him super gay. There's really no reason why not. Alright, nice ass.
That is a very low-res ass. Payphones. Man. Okay, does glass work in this game? It works for stopping my trances.
Mm.
Bathroom? No, not real bathrooms. Not as high quality as the, I think we're gonna have to...
Ah yes, evil cannot create, it can only corrupt.
Yeah.
Classic.
That really is very true with the, Excuse me?
Oh, because the camera saw you?
How? I'm a vampire.
That's a good question, actually. It's a very good question.
I'm a vampire.
I'm not supposed to have a reflection.
What?
How's the video? Maybe they have special, like, vampire seeing cameras. Dun-dun-dun-dun.
So, if you have as bad aim as this guy, you need to put more time in at the range. Alright, that's...
I love how you jump up every time you're shot.
Taking him a long time to think about that next shot. Oh, you out of ammo? What the fuck is this clown doing? Shh. Shh. Okay, well I just quick saved right before I got caught, so I think I have to go to the older save. Okay, we're back to the Brontosaurus head. Let's do some scouting. Right?
Let's take a look-see.
That's not a door. Okay, that's cool. Little area so you can call people and or drink from water fountain. I think I saw that in, what was that, The Babysitter or whatever? A movie where, like, the Triple H is, like, the bad boy ex-husband trying to connect with his daughter.
Mm.
Okay, it looks like there's no other doors to go into other than... Oh, hi, bathroom. Huh? Oh!
Ooh.
Okay, I was wondering if this connected to...
Oh, man.
Dude's unique pissing animation? Okay.
Bonk.
Okay, key is there.
Good bonk.
Okay. Alright. If I quick load, is it going to do... It's probably going to do the most recent one, which is a problem. Right, yeah, because that's like after I got discovered. Okay. Oh. There it is. On to the Brontosaurus. Got Lord of the Rings in the mail. Gonna read it after I get done with Dune. Awesome. It's really good.
Sweet.
I'm working on the Prydain series. And working on Wheel of Time. I just finished the third book in the Prydain series. It's like young adult, just not quite like
The amount of grit that you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. So let's go in here. See if I can't get enough. I love Gabe. All right, one. And then two. Daryl's workstation creeped me out. I was working late the other night. Okay. We've got to find Daryl's workstation. It's very important. Okay. Okay, so the lost and found. Oh, wait. No. Hey. Let me out. Sales menu. It says sales figures. God damn it. You stupid slut. Alright. Just gonna hang out on the Stego. Not that Stego, the Bronto. Just gonna hang out on the Brontosaurus for a moment. Be right back. So it's funny, I was using I'm writing a sci-fi thing, right? Alongside the fantasy thing. And I was using like I was using leftism as like inspiration for the villains, but then I realized it's too dark. So I'm probably gonna have to.
Real.
Not that it's too real. It's just like too. It's like too evil for like fiction. So I'm realizing like it has to be. I realize this is gonna have to be like toned down a little bit. Okay, now let's see, where's this fucking retard coming from? I think that guy's coming here. I'll just quick save here, and then we'll see if I can hack this shit. Auspex. Okay. Hack it. Dan Vinsip. What? Okay. Print. Oh, god damn it. Cool. Now get out of here. I like how you log in with your fucking email on this thing.
It is super silly. Oh no!
I prematurely tranced him. Come closer.
Are you gonna suck?
No. But he's blocking the doorway.
Oh, you have to go in there.
Mm-hmm. The key is in there to the basement.
Okay.
Don't know why I need a basement key, but I do.
Trance? You can't see me? Trance. Yeah. Oh no.
Okay. So,
Nothing in here?
yeah, I guess not. I could take that microwave. Sell it at the pawn shop. Huh? There's nothing I can interact with in here. Like, I couldn't turn off cameras, I assume. Okay. I need to find Daryl's workstation. It is so important. I must find the statue. It's probably a hidden buff. Okay. Now, the bathroom has one guy who's like... that doesn't help. Check out the unique pissing animation. He's pointing his gun through the wall. You're an awfully suspicious pisser.
What a thing to say after you're like peeking in on a guy taking a piss. You're an awfully suspicious pisser.
He's got his gun out. Oh, okay.
Now take my gun out.
Let's go first person.
Bang, bang.
Oh, there.
Yeah. Let
Okay.
it all out. Oh no, it's like that action sequence in Austin Powers. There's the desk. Is this just like letting you view all the things that you had to pick up?
Well, you could use this vents instead. So that's
Right.
that room.
And then it's
That is like such a canned, like, from other games sound effect. Okay, how do I...
yeah. It's like the Wilhelm
I'm
scream.
on the ladder, right? But going up goes up.
Ay, ay, ay.
Can I go down the ladder?
Didn't know there was a ladder. I thought you were just dropping down.
Yeah, this is a ladder texture. You can see it, like, locks onto it.
Ooh. 10 out of 10 game.
Okay. Like, you're supposed to be able to go in, I assume, since it opens. I assume they want you to go through the thing.
Ooh.
Don't mind me.
Ignore me.
Oh my god.
You can't see me. I'm too sneaky.
I did increase my stealth from the other mission. I should probably tone it back down, but like...
But now you are sneak.
I don't know how, actually, is the reason I...
Ooh. Well, you're just like standing on the keyboard and it makes that sound?
I guess so. I don't know how to reduce my stats back down. But the cargo ship mission was such trash. It's like...
Yeah.
The whole mission is just like, you must kill cops. You must. Why would I reduce my my stealth? Just because it's like feels cheaty. Because this area is actually well designed, so you could sneak, whereas the other mission it was impossible. Mm. Security manual. Unknown. I need a research skill of at least 5 to use this item. Unknown. I don't know what the book. I can't read the cover.
You just look at the manual and you're like, "Durr." Don't understand it.
Well, it says I can't read.
You can't read.
I'm Superman's boyfriend.
At least you're getting some super suck.
You are unsure what benefits can be gained from this tome. Okay. Oh, maybe I should look up this Virgil Crumb. I thought Virgil Crumb was like Nosferatu or something. Maybe I should look that up in the bail bonds. Did you hear about them not letting us mod out pronouns in Starfield? Yeah, of course. Nexus Mods has always been like a cucked piece of shit. There's always been mods to like remove white people from games and add communists to games and stuff, and it's never
super one side leaning.
Yeah. And like someone like activated the patch that's used for like Middle East sales and Russia sales, and to remove gay pride flags from Spider-Man, and that was like super banned, and they were like, no.
Even though that was like the version that they released themselves overseas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Same with like ModDB. Like all the modding sites are pretty cucked. You can still get mods, but there's no like. You can still get based mods, of course, but it's just there's just no like site that compiles them. There's like these lists of mods with links to GitHub, you know. So there's not like comment sections on each thing that like there's no really good mod site for mods that aren't like, you know, how can you add more femboys to Fallout New Vegas or something. So there's stuff that needs to be done there, but my scholarship. Oh, if I improve scholarship, I would improve research. If I was more intelligent, I'd be more intimidating. That's weird. So, cost of 9 for more research and persuasion, or cost of 4. Maybe I should pop up my persuasion higher. I don't know. I'll have time to get like more crazy. Actually, does Purge work on zombies? Maybe it doesn't matter. I know what these books are, but I don't know what the security one is for. I know the other one I got is for melee weapons, so. But it might be good in general to have more persuasion. Where does persuasion come from? Scholarship and charisma. Honestly, I could increase charisma by 1 and increase intelligence by 1 and spend 8 points instead of 9 on the one that does both. Really, that might be the better... Yeah, that might be the better investment. Yeah, appearance is only seduction. I've been able to persuade quite a few people. So I don't know. Maybe it's something I should be optimizing? Yeah, okay. So, can I, like, just fucking get on that computer. Cameras 1. Ah, fuck. I'd like to be better at hacking. Alright, so it does feel like cheating, I must say.
You can't see me.
Well, it's a good opening for a competitor to move in on Nexus. It's been a great time.
Yeah,
all of these
basemods.com. Let's make it, bro.
All of these fucking sites. And I just don't know why no one does it, you know? It wouldn't take that much. There's like all this...
I'm sure someone has tried it and just nobody knows about it because they're bad at, like, getting word out.
No, there's not. I'm positive there isn't. There are, like, collections of mods on, like, different sites, but they use GitHub as the download center. And, like, there's a certain fear of, like, getting banned by your, like, whoever's hosting the website, etc. But there are plenty of people who just don't give a shit. Like, there's plenty of, like, Chinese companies and, like, all companies in, like, Russia and stuff. They don't give a shit. They'll host whatever.
Sure.
You know, I could ask my brother. I wonder, like, I'm gonna ask my brother what the cost is of, like, hosting a mod site. And, like, what would be involved in doing it.
Just open, like, a donate link somewhere. That's, like, super easy.
There are some sites that have, like, a thing that's like, this is our yearly cost. And then it just has, like, this many dollars added, this many dollars. And, like, you know.
I guess you could also...
There's plenty of super cheap hosting sites where it's like they couldn't shut you down because the guy who hosts the site, like, doesn't answer emails that aren't, like, giving him money. Like, it's just like he doesn't care. Like, right? It's just like some fucking guy in China. Okay, so I failed. Can I, like, have a suck, right?
It's a good suck.
Okay, and then put you back to sleep. Other cameras. Pterodactyl. And then he's awake, right? This. Okay, alright. So this is my stealth is too high. If I can. Yeah. How do we do this? How do we do this, like, legit, right? He's, like, in this room.
Well, can you throw something to get him to leave the room?
That's what I was thinking, right? How come the one chair in the universe that I can't pick up is, like, this one? I could kill the guy, right? Theoretically, I don't need the cameras to be off, right? I can just get down this hallway quick enough, I guess. Actually, no, there's so many fucking cameras. I need to... If the cameras can see me somehow...
Somehow.
Extra advanced vampire cameras. The other thing is there might be a vent somewhere. There's no vent in the security room. It's just...
Eric Lowry says, to be honest, I have no idea. I always cheese my way to victory with quick saves.
No, this is not enough, right?
And yes, we are not supposed to kill for this mission.
So, okay. Does this just look literally like a typing game challenge? Like,
how fast can you go?
ah, fuck. Oh, shit. Shh. Are you? That's kind of bullshit, I gotta say. You should actually enter the password, pterodactyl. I'm feeling like it's not fair, though, right? Because, like, how could I know that that was the password? I'm trying to do it, like, semi-legit. You know? But I wonder, like... Could I do this? I guess my stealth is so high that I could do this. Oh, I would have to... Auspex first. This feels very cheaty, though. But, yeah, my brother does like website design, which, by the way, if you want a website designed, let me know. Alright, let me get a quick suck. Can't get all that blood back, but I can get some of it. And then let's get that back on you. Really, he should be woozy for longer, right? But he's not. Yes, make sure to quick save. Good advice, always. You ever just, like, in real life, you're about to do something, you're like you're about to crack an egg open and you're just like, man, I wish I could quick save. And then you're like fishing the egg bit, like you broke the egg wrong, right? And then there's like a little bit of egg in the thing. And you're just like, man, normal watch. And you're just like, man, I wish I could quick load and just not drop a piece of egg into the bowl. Marshall changed the code, I can correct him. He managed to send it to everyone but you again. Not that you check your mail anyway. The code's 2358. You owe me lunch. 2358. Yeah. Okay. Well, let me. Okay. Oh, maybe we're gonna find Daryl's workstation where he has the cursed statue. Yes.
Yeah. Make sure to quick save.
I tried writing a short story about it, not being able to quick save in real life. I think it's like a weird kind of anxiety, honestly, like not being able to load or save or whatever. Because it's such a convenient thing that I kind of worry about the psychological effect of like regretting things. You know, like instant things. It's interesting, but I'm curious what's in here. There was like a glowy item, a key item, perhaps.
All I know is that I like things that glow in games. They're always superior to things that don't glow.
I got experience for that. taking the incarnate. I had to take the whole incarnate sarcophagus from the museum. Jesus.
Yeah, right into my pocket.
I hate my job. Okay. FYI, I'll be showing Dr. Johansson probably, around personally. I think he'd prefer not to be pestered by the junior staff. Of course, if you have a question, I'll try to ask him it for you. 2. Re-fetish. Oh, yes. Relax, Pam. I had to move the statue to another office. Ah, yes. And it told me to say hi. To another office, yes. Where is my fetish? Okay, code change. In keeping with good security practices, we've changed the code for area B2 to 2358, effective immediately. I encourage you... really?
Oh, man. It's always the worst when you're in the middle of reading.
You...
Wow, really? Wow.
Guys...
It's not like there's a curtain you can draw. You deserve this.
You guys are such fucking assholes.
You just insta-die?
Yeah. Yeah, I thought I explained this. Stop it.
Oh, and that's the way the cookie crumbles. Look how he just vomits out blood. Stands there for a second and then goes, "Hey, hold it. Wait a second."
Oh, Gil signed up for the Indiegogo. Oh, you mean, Reaper?
Reaper.
Nice.
Yes, very nice. I need all the sign-ups I can get.
Now, where did that guy come from? He's so far around a corner, I can't even, like... I don't even know what his origin was. So we'll just be faster, I think. Yeah, it's this way.
Jimmy Rose says, "I'm guessing you don't have obfuscate."
Obfuscate? Nah. But that's so useful, honestly. My first playthrough was a Nosferatu, which is a terrible idea. Do not play as a Malkavian or a Nosferatu on your first playthrough. It should have a warning attached to it that you shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Because Nosferatus can't do a lot of things. All their dialogue is like weird and different. People scream when you talk to them.
Every review of this game basically says exactly that. And then Malkavians is just like a bunch of spoilery stuff.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to eventually... KS, that's not a... oh, it is a password. Okay. View. Okay. Print. I don't think that actually does anything useful, but I want it printed. Some lunatic broke into the museum last night and printed all of these results. What could be after? Is that a door that opens? Oh, it must be. Yeah. Let me just like check. Let me just scout.
I'm just scouting.
Scouting in my past life. That must be the statue. I want it. Oh.
You need a gun for that.
I will have it. The idol speaks to me. Am I discovered? No, I'm not.
Oh, what's that noise? Just Carl. Just shooting blanks. It's all fine.
Am I discovered? I don't think I am.
I don't hear the music change or people saying, "Hey, wait a second."
Here we go. Fetish statue.
Hell yeah.
What's it do?
Now you're discovered.
Oh. Alright, let's see what the fetish statue does. There's something definitely odd and supernatural within it. Oh, is that literally how you get in here? You have to shoot the window?
That's what Eric Lowry says.
What the fuck? Interesting. Okay.
Well, it is what it is, huh? Yeah, I don't know how stealthy you're gonna be with that gunshot, so I would grab it quick and just go.
I don't know. It didn't say that I made any noise. Like, it didn't, in the corner, it didn't say that I was detected by anyone. So I think everyone's too far away to hear the gunshot.
Regardless, that would still be fairly
I
quick.
think it's this guy who discovered me.
Okay. Oh god. Oh my god. That was a jump scare if I ever saw one.
We've got the supernatural fetish.
He also is gonna put money aside and get a few of your printed books.
Aw. I dare say Horizon Quest is a wise choice. I am.
He's a little biased.
I'm a little biased, but I'm pretty proud of that. I think it came out really good. It's my first three.
It's his first time writing a comic.
Was it 358?
8675399.
What was the code? It's 3, 5, and 8 are in the code, but I can't remember.
I don't even remember you finding a code. 3582. Nope.
3586 3658. 2358.
Oh man! Should have said.
Normally I would have like screenshotted it, but I was like so confident I would remember it. This is the worst keypad tone. My God, it's like so grating. All right, we're in. We've got the fetish, everyone.
Oh, you still have the idol? You saved
Mhm.
afterwards? Okay, good.
It's very important, of course.
It is very important.
I like his hand, and you're like walking. He's like, yes. Ah.
Stop! You violated the law.
That camera's off, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I am a spooky vampire. Stop! You violated the law. There's like, so if you play like, was it Kinnereth's Rest for someone who's played Oblivion, and you watch their face at about 30 seconds in, or not 30 seconds, it's like 10 seconds in, 12 seconds in, their face changes, and then like because I played it for a bunch of people who played the game, and then I'm like, okay, what are you thinking about right now? And he's like, they're always like,
Ooh. Mazes.
are we are we fucking serious right now? Is
Okay,
this?
so you break the window, and then like suck that guy, and then you can turn the lasers off.
This is obscene. Do they expect you to be able to jump over these fucking?
No, I think they actually do just expect you to turn the lasers off, right?
Because you could, right? You could crouch under. No, you
couldn't.
can't.
Yeah, no.
You're too lanky.
Yeah, you gotta turn them off.
Okay.
By rights, you should be able to crawl prone. Oh yeah, lie prone and
Yeah.
crawl to victory.
Teleport or something.
Yeah.
So what's the point?
Shoot and then
Is it?
trance him. Oh, he sees you.
So what if could I actually do this sneakily?
Can you shoot the glass sneakily? Well, let's find out.
So they heard that, right?
Uh-oh.
Oh, fair enough.
Alright.
I still think this is doable stealthy. Okay. When he wakes up, is he going to be like super aggro?
I don't know.
He's cool. So now...
Nice.
This is not a room.
Gotta, yeah. Beams. Disabled.
I want to support creators that aren't under the shoe of corpos. Fair enough.
There will be more of us as time goes on.
Wombat. It's like, it sounds like some cyberpunk shit. Corpos. But
Oh my.
I guess they're like talking at that actually makes sense. They're like, what the fuck happened to the window? Did you
Staring at each other lovingly.
Did you have an AD? So let's just chill. Let's see if they just like go about their merry way. Cuz I do have the blood to trance them both and go past, but I'm going to run out of blood eventually. So I could go for a suck.
Yeah, you could always suck. You could suck. You could trans one and then suck the other and then scratadoo.
Yeah, let's go for a quicko savo. Could I do this? So I'm close enough to break your neck, but not to feed on you?
Alright. Get out. What?
That counts as touching you? Does it?
No. Yummy.
Alright. What do we got going on? Okay. Ankar and sarcophagus is definitely over there. This must be the not working door to the security room. I hope they do less of like just non-existent doors with no doorknobs and more of just like doors that you can't open or something. I don't know.
Yeah. That
Or-
would be preferable.
or
If,
just-
like the door is just locked and it's like, oh, okay, whatever.
Or they could have doors that are like, if you open it, alarm sounds or something, if they really don't want you to go through it.
Yeah, sure.
Can I see in the dark? F is now feed and not flashlight, so I guess...
Put on your night goggles. And you'll be able to see what's
Oh,
over there.
can you see in the dark with Auspex? Oh, you can! Just like in the tabletop.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, I was like, man, if only Auspex were... Is it, what, does it? Okay. So not all vampires can see in the dark. You have to have a rank in Auspex to see. Dude, if there's a fight, I'm so fucked. I have, like, no blood.
I can't understand why some of the code to the trolls even applies to the very ancient courts. This city's not that dull.
Hmm.
I'm an archaeologist, so I thought I'd indulge in a quick study of the sarcophagus everyone's so riled up about. My guess, from what I've read about it, is that it's a mummified Mesopotamian king. I needed confirmation. Oh, I really wish I had. All this speculation about the sarcophagus containing an antediluvian and being a portent of Gehenna is making me cringe. These are the kinds of ridiculous, superstitious assumptions I came here to give up.
I know what antediluvians. I know what both of these are. I don't really want to ask about them.
The end of all kindred. It's an facet of most mythologies. Fear in the world.
Okay.
As I said, many cultures have the fear of some form of apocalypse. Kindred believed in these stories when they were human, and naturally carried them over into kindred.
Oops.
Humans and kindred are just as capable of managing their own destruction as a deity. A self-realizing Gehenna warrants more vigilance than a God-induced one, don't you agree? Such is my argument, which so frequently falls on deaf ears.
I like how they're weirdly. Well, I don't like how it's weird how they're like oddly like atheist,
Yeah.
despite literally being the children of Cain.
Yeah, like the lore is that God made them vampires,
You
and
know,
yet they're like, there's no such thing as God.
You know that the the recent lore when they rewrote everything, they said no, it wasn't Cain, it was a woman.
Oh yeah, you did tell me about that. It was a black queen.
Oh man, that's so funny. Yeah, because I'm a retard. I'll ask who's Cain. If you don't know, it's like, was it Cain and Abel or whatever? Like Cain kills his son,
I thought it was his brother.
his brother. Yeah. This is why woke rewrites are always non-canon. Yeah. Favorite character is Beckett. Yeah, a lot of people, this is their favorite character. A friend of mine is his favorite character. Are there any other signs of... Okay, well, let's ask who's Cain.
Is the biblical first kindred and founder of the mythological first city, Enoch, a place where kindred and kind coexisted. I believe Cain is a figure important to personify the transition from nomadic society to agrarian society. That myth, like most, has been twisted by time.
Okay.
What prophecy doesn't have vague, imponderable signs? Let's see. The usual one cited are the appearance of thin bloods, Cain's ivy, dew, glue, background. Thin bloods rarely exhibit features or powers of their clan, and many can't embrace. Some are even rumored to have recruited. Many kindred are terrified that their weak blood heralds the dissipation of every bloodline. Somewhat an ignorant reactionary response to the
Honestly, being a thin blood sounds like the best deal. You some can go out in sunlight without like setting on fire. You can have babies. And you live forever.
Living their best lives.
You just have to worry about extremely powerful vampires murdering you.
only reason for being here is probably being bid on to succeed. Someone's certainly going to be surprised when they find out they just created a king with some desiccated old corpse.
Living my best unlife, yeah.
All right. Don't mind me, sir. Madam. I am 3. I'm too poor, but still want fuck. Okay. Come.
Jiggle for me.
Okay. You know. Yeah.
This is private enough for her. Behind the dumpsters.
Come on, you dumpster slut. Oh, I guess. Are you fucking me?
What? You jumped on her?
I didn't space my, Oh, good night, Gabe. I didn't space my suck. Okay.
Bring those pendulum titties over here.
Oh, yeah. Man. Disgusting. Oh.
Damn. Having a rough time getting our suck on.
Come on. Let's sucky.
Why is she moving backward?
The fuck?
Is this not like a private enough area?
So I clearly can suck her. Just like. I think first person is probably just gonna be easier.
Yeah, probably.
Oh my
It's
god.
just, yeah, it just won't let you do it.
Somehow paying her is like worse than just attacking her. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. They make it seem like she's suspicious of you after, like, you offered to have sex with her.
I don't understand what that was.
Well, whatever.
Okay. Let's go fill up.
Okay. So you need to actually, like, take it to a hotel or something?
No, this should be. Okay, really? So is that actually the problem? She needs.
I think so.
Okay.
And then suck.
There we go. Go to the church bar and seduce a lady in there. There's actually a quest there, right? There's you can get a ghoul out of one of these ladies, right? Like, I don't know why there's no option to turn her into a ghoul. Is it later that you get the option? I don't know. Oh, that's the wrong door. Excuse me, folks. Had a few to drink. God is watching, probably.
Yeah, right. That's what
Props.
it is.
Okay. Oh, I think he dropped me off right in front of where I needed to be. Was there some other quest I was thinking I could do? Yeah, you know what? Let me go to Santa Monica. Just in case. I'd rather do side quests in case they get locked out of them.
You have to save her and not tell her who you are.
The ghoul was from early on in the hospital? Really?
Drive me to heaven. Suck.
I'm gonna do another playthrough. Once I get mods running, I'll do like a clan that isn't in the normal game or something. Or maybe just Malkavian, right? But
Alright.
play
What are you thinking next?
well, now that I'm over here, I'm curious about there is that lady who needs to be saved in the Santa Monica hospital. I don't know if it's too late now, but next playthrough I could get myself a ghoul. I think the concept of oh, from what I remember, she's dying. You give her some blood to save her life. Yeah, you have to convince the guy. Oh, that's right. I think I loaded after I found the. So it'd be A through F, right? Crumb. Yeah. Okay. Drunk and nudity. Bond 5,000. Wow. Subject's corpse.
It's a pricey bond.
You know, corpse doesn't imply that they're dead. It doesn't mean that they're dead. It implies they're dead.
Interesting.
Oh, yeah, I go to the medical center real quick for both quests. Isn't that convenient? You have to save her and not tell her who you are. But then how does she find you later? I think the concept of ghouls is pretty interesting. I feel like there's a lot of interesting quests that could come from that. Is like you have a ghoul and then like they have problems and you help them with their problems.
Smooth skin.
Well, different ghouls.
She shows up in your apartment.
Just bring my friend's personal items. Oops. Okay.
Should really fix these lights in the hospital.
So that's not the guy. That's like the guy. I thought I had killed him. The horse is expensive. $75.
Wow.
You know, I think you could just die instead.
Oh, man.
Humanity lost. That guy's a cheater. Oh, alright, fine. I'll decide what to do with him later. Some security guard just gonna blow me away.
Shoot first, ask questions later.
So does she not... I don't remember how this... I vaguely remember that character, but...
I'm sure if you keep searching, you'll maybe find her.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
figured I'd
God.
Get shot.
I'm just bringing my friend their personal items.
So this... Yeah, so I guess she must have been the first floor. Yeah. So I guess it's like past, like missed opportunity, but next playthrough I'll get myself a ghoul. I think ghouls are interesting. Because, like, you could have a ghoul, and then, like, they could do all sorts of useful tasks for you, but then also you could help them with their little side... I think it was this room, wasn't it?
Maybe.
Yeah.
You don't need her to finish the game.
Don't need it for... Yeah, but it's interesting. Guess I should check my emails while I'm here. Do I have anything to sell? I think I sold stuff off at Larry's. Oh, I had to go to the morgue. Forgot. Well, check my emails first. See if there's any, like...
Listen to the depth of night.
A gambit. Okay, well, that's stupid. Oh, quit. Okay, going down to the morgue then. Foxy boxes.
Sweet.
Found clues relating to the Asian vampire. Neato. Spaghetto. I really like the cozy feel to a lot of the environments from the trailer for the second Bloodlines.
Yeah.
I really hope it's good.
I hope so. I hope they fixed all the problems and that it's just a normal fucking game.
Yeah.
A normal but good Vampires the Masquerade Bloodlines. Because, I mean, shit, I'd play it.
Yeah.
I'm not even that into this role-playing game.
Foxy Boxes is over here, I think. Right? Got the hiccups.
Take that dick goes.
Okay. Now, this isn't where I fight the fucking shark thing, right? That's...
Shark thing?
don't worry about it. Oh, here we go.
Oh.
Oh, you're not taking that, huh?
Yeah, he's Chinese. Already knows all the calming techniques. Man, he can jump.
You have a crossbow, you motherfucker? Yeah. How about that?
Hey, what are you gonna do now? Gong, you son of a bitch.
Can I double tap him? And still get filled up?
Eric Lowry says, I just really want more RPGs, tabletop, and video games to be free of wokeness. I want to be able to immerse myself in a story like I used to in my younger days.
Yeah, man. Oh god. He's got a crossbow. Crossbows are lethal damage, right? There's lethal and then aggravated is like the highest tier. Oh. Well, at the very least, my books are free of wokeness.
True enough.
I've been looking myself for like stuff, and there's like a certain amount that I can like tolerate, right? But
Sure.
you know what? Let's use some more fun powers, right? Oh.
There is a certain amount I can tolerate, but I can. I'm in the stage of life where I'm not looking for that type of stuff. So I will be more positively biased for stuff completely free. I don't believe aggravated is a thing in the game. Crossbows are lethal damage, I believe. What qualifies as aggravated in the RPG?
Definitely a thing. It's right here. Fire. Fire is aggravated. Swords are lethal. Fire is aggravated. And then bullets and obviously it's such a stupid naming system. It's like bashing, lethal, aggravated is terrible. This is a terrible like they I think they changed it not from bashing. It was bludgeoning initially, and then this must be the revised wording. I think the first edition is bludgeoning damage.
He says, "Oh, I forgot about that." Bye.
I thought fire was also lethal. Well, as you can see, it doesn't make a difference. Stamina in the tabletop affects is more important than this. It affects lethal, I believe. Like it always helps you. It helps you a lot more than everything else. But then armor only affects like bashing usually. Yeah, so it's like crossbows. I think it also says. Yeah. Aggravated damage can only be soaked through supernatural means, but I think stamina also used to help with it. So. Okay, well I stopped the Asian vampire.
Good job.
Who the fuck is Nox? Does anyone know? Anyone know who Nox is?
Nox. Who there?
Who is Nox? That's a question for you. What takes the longest when you're working on your comics?
What takes the longest? Doing the art. Probably.
Oh my god, I have to type in all these. Oh man, 2004 game, huh? My initial observation of the city initial observations of the city indicate that the Canaanites here are both scattered and unorganized. There are 3 individuals of note, but they seem to be involved in some sort of dispute. I shall continue to watch and listen. Oh man, I have to type in. Oh, maybe the numpad would be faster. These Canaanites curious, fragile race, they waste the gift of their immortality on petty scheming and fleshly gain. We shall have little problem making the city our own. Okay. 21 is the next one. Oh. See, my presence here has been noted by one of the Canaanites, a Nosferatu, I believe they are called. He is in charge of the responsibility of my surveillance. To a bumbling mortal fool, I have begun to follow the so-called spy, a small, amusing respite from my usual duties. Yeah, but you got noticed while you were following him. That's not... I wouldn't be so confident. I have drawn the attention of a newcomer, agent of the prince. I know very little about this individual, but they seem much more resourceful than most Canaanites I've observed. Prepare myself in the events that our paths cross. Well, they did, and you did not prepare well.
Got him.
Oh.
Next time, prepare better, nerd.
Okay. Interesting. So he's like the whatever the Asian variety of, was it Jiangxi or something? For me, the longest process is editing.
Yeah.
Editing is just like time consuming. Knox. Who was Knox? Is he the guy by the beach? Knox. He must be a bumbling guy by the beach, right? He said mortal.
It's a shame you don't have some sort of vampire decks to just like pop up on screen, get all their pictures along with like their names and the type of vampire they are. Gotta catch 'em all.
I think magic is also aggravated damage. I bet it's this guy. No, he's the guy who's in love, right? For someone who's in love with your big titty bitch, you're not really
Suckling on those tits like you should.
okay. How much unicorn blood do you need?
Oh my god.
I could sell him blood bags for $360.
Fleece this guy for so much cash.
The guy who sells the blood bags won't sell to me anymore because I freed Lily.
A sketchy drawer is asking for both of us, don't you guys get writer's block? I just do stories as I go depending on my mood. I mean, everyone gets writer's block sometimes, but it's kind of just important to make sure that you're doing something to prevent it from happening more often.
It depends on how much of like a problem writer's block is for you, but if you have a real problem with writer's block, there's the best cure is like Ernest Hemingway's method, which is as soon as you get into writing, once you sit down, you get into writing, and as soon as it really starts flowing, force yourself to stop. Right when you don't need to stop.
Force yourself to hold back.
And
so
then
that it all just bursts from you the next time.
And then you write every single day. You make it habitual that you write every single day, and at a certain time, not necessarily at a certain time, but you force yourself. It's easier to do when you're Ernest Hemingway, right? But then, yeah. So, yeah. So you can... So that does help with writer's block. I've done that just to try it out, and it does make the ideas flow maybe better, but it doesn't matter enough for me. Like I don't suffer from writer's block as much as other stuff. Like writer's block tends to me is like you just don't know what to write next. I always know a route I could go.
Right.
I
always have an outline laid out before I even start actually writing the story. So I always know like what's supposed to happen next. But whether or not it'll be good if I force myself to write it is a whole other thing.
I mean, writing an outline is also a thing. It's like what will trip me up is, oh, this is related to Carnival of Death. I wouldn't have known that. I guess I have to look up who Nox is. Do it on my phone so I don't.
Gil says, wasn't Hemingway almost a raging alcoholic? Would booze help with writer's block also?
Yes. So would being bipolar and, I don't know, heroin or something?
Not that we're recommending said methods.
No, you shouldn't do that. The thing is, right, booze will help you with your writer's block but make you write worse. And that's, like, just guaranteed. So what it does is lower your inhibit. So it depends on what the source of your writer's block is. So writer's block is, like, kind of... My issue tends to be, like, self-doubt. Or, like, what am I doing with my life kind of thing. But,
My issue usually tends to be just the stress of it.
stress is, like, a inhibiting factor, yeah. So recently... I'm trying to write a fantasy thing, and it's the fantasy thing, right? Everybody's fantasy thing they cook up when they're in high school. I'm putting ink to page, right? I'm finally writing it down. It's not going to be the next thing I release, just so that I take a certain amount of pressure off of this big thing I want to do. But I'm having a ton of fun writing it, and oh hey, you're affected by the thing, huh? Look at that. Those are boobs. So in case you don't know, I discovered I was like zoning out while writing, and then I still had the page open on my other monitor of the console commands, and I noticed one of the console commands. I didn't expect to see anything like that would do anything this fun, but one of the console commands called just money increases, and that's default, and then we had it on 1.5.
Yeah.
But that it changes boob size. It's so... What the...
It's good stuff.
Oh. Super fascinating. Anyway, he's in here, I believe. I think. Also, Ernest Hemingway, didn't he, like, shoot himself in the face? Because he wasn't masculine enough anymore or something?
Oh my. Nice face.
Yeah. Oh, maybe Knox is in Santa Monica. That's right. So I'm really enjoying writing this fantasy thing, but I was getting to thinking, like, I wanted all the characters to be kind of unique in sort of how they talk, and I was even, like, playing with the idea of having my writing style change for each character, which is, not a good idea, obviously. Obviously not a good idea, but I was playing with it. Like, knowing it's a bad idea, I was still like, oh, let's see. And I've kind of done a little bit of it, but with every character I write, I change how I narrate a little bit and, like, what gets focused on in the narration. But not so much the writing style. Because, like, you could do so I have a, barbarian character, you could do a little, like...
Gil.
Oh, good night, Gil. You could do a little bit of, like, Conan-esque, sort of more sparse, more like, Hemingway, whatever. Shorter sentences, terser sentences. More concise, rather than, like, longer, flowy sentences. More romanticism, whatever you call it. Oh, Jesus Christ. Fucking stone statues all over the place. Yeah!
Yeah.
Any idea what that thing was? Okay. So. Oh, I need blood. She's affected by the command too. Boom. Let's get it. It's over 9,000. Ah. Tiddick is maxing this. Oh my god, I'm gonna train her. Okay, let me put that back. Nice 1.5. Unaware of what's outside. Left me behind. But yeah, anyway, you know, people who are bipolar and then they get manic, they will often say that they create stuff best, they write their best songs, write their best books when they're manic. Not really true. It just lowers your inhibitions. It doesn't actually make you more creative or any more skilled at anything. And I have seen people's work written, like I've known like manic writers, and I've seen their work, I've read their work when they're manic and when they're not. It's better when they're not manic. Despite it being a slower pace, the inhibitions to some extent do help you put out quality work. Like you are actually, it is relevant. So, but people do describe like writing easier when drinking, and I have no experience with it because I don't drink. But I could imagine if you are too perfectionist that maybe drinking could help. But I think doing something that is like taking a constant tax on your body, in order to write is maybe not the smartest move. Granted, I do drink caffeine to write, so. YouTube's guidelines going to be on your ass for talking about alcohol. Did somebody get their suck on? Yeah. Look at his dance. Look at this fucking Muppet dance.
I guess we should be kind of ending the stream. Huh?
Yeah, that's why I'm in Muppet pose.
Yeah.
We're all ready to end.
Do we need to tell a happy story? Did we commit great sins?
I have a sort of happy story, but it's like
Well, if you're already laughing, I need to
it's
hear
sort
it.
of happy, but it's a little like fucked up. So my my friend was in this class on my friend John, who I've mentioned before, was in this class on torture.
Oh, good.
And they
I
were
like where this
the
is
teacher was
going.
the teacher was trying to like so the teacher was trying to convince everybody that like torture's bad, right? Which I guess it is, but they were using all these like super like lefty examples of leftists that got tortured and then like trying to make you feel bad for them.
Yeah.
And then he like successfully basically like red pilled the whole class that like, well, you know, torture for information seems to not work, but torture for revenge seems pretty valid, and really it's only like Western countries that have given up torture. You know, it's plenty of you know, mujahadim that still torture people, and you know, blah blah blah. You know, and he was like, you know, so like the whole class is like red it's like red pilled about torture.
Oh my god.
So like, so there was, so she had the class read the writings of this guy this Algerian who was tortured to death by French officials for revenge, just because. And his writings were like, I wish I could jump over this fence and walk the paths that the French people walk, and like, because they're like segregated. I wish I could walk on the paved streets that the French people walk, blah, blah, blah. He goes down this thing. And most of all, I wish I could rape the French women. And then she's like, oh, well, that's really symbolic of being equal to the French men. And then, like, my friend was like, no, I think he's a rapist. I think he's dreaming, he's fantasizing about being a rapist, and they killed him before he could succeed. And they tortured him to death. And I don't think being anti-colonial, which, you know, I don't think agreeing with your opinions really change the fact that he's a dangerous sexual predator, and it's a good thing he's dead. Like, and he red pilled the whole class where they were like, yeah, this guy seems really bad. Like, I don't know why we're talking about him. The teacher was like, oh, you know what? The point was lost. Moving on.
Oh man.
So the teacher just gave up trying to
This
convince
teacher
people.
had to have hated John.
Oh man. The thing, yeah, it was so funny. It's just like, he's like, no, it's like symbolic, and it's like, no, he's literally saying he'd like to do all these other things, and then this one thing is symbolic.
Body force, specifically.
And these girls were getting really uncomfortable, and the class was like, yeah, this guy seems really bad. Like, he wanted to rape women. I don't think he's
As
a
a
good.
woman, I feel really attacked.
I feel like it was probably a good thing he was tortured to death, and like the whole class was like, yeah, I mean, he, like, rape's not good, and like teacher was like,
Shit.
but it's colonialism.
No. So I guess that's a happy story.
I thought it was so fucking funny.
It's kind of funny. Can we take a sec to roast J.R.R. Martin for taking 12 years and counting to finish The Winds of Winter, the second to last Game of Thrones book?
So
George R.R. Martin, yeah.
yeah, George R.R. Martin's George spelled with a J like Jorge.
Say a few words about his meaning. Either way, his procrastinating on that level is just shameful.
You're thinking J.R.R. Tolkien.
Yeah.
So yeah, or Johann, Johann Martin. So yeah, his thing with getting stuff done. I saw an interesting to me as a writer. He had a conversation with Stephen King, and so he was asking about productivity, right? He's like, how does Stephen King write so many books? And he's like, well, when I sit down to write, I write 17 pages a day, which is an insane amount. Like, that's a lot, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, how the fuck is that even possible? And I was thinking, like, okay, well, if I work towards being more productive, and I have gotten faster with writing without like dropping quality. I believe I have, because I wrote Slayer in the White Valley in half the time of Treading Water, and I feel like I improved even. So I feel like it's totally doable to do a book in a year and have it be a really good book. Obviously, there's, sometimes certain aspects take longer, especially if the book is going to be longer. But I'm feeling better about like the dread of like just taking forever to finish a book.
Yeah.
So the way that Stephen King writes 17 pages a day is because everyone is like, first of all, you have so much legitimacy where like everyone's like, oh yeah, you need to spend that time writing, like you're doing something important, like so you don't have this like self-doubt of like, oh, I should be like doing other things. But also he was like, well, there's books and then there's books, and he does this like big gesture, and it's like, it's well known that Stephen King writes a shit ton of terrible books.
Yeah.
He writes.
And he knows it.
Yeah, and he's admitting that he writes like terrible books. 4 out of 5 Stephen King books are horrible, and he doesn't care. He writes. So there's
definitely a lot of writers who do that type of lifestyle too.
the guy who
write more.
Is it
instead
Ray?
of trying to write better.
There's a guy who wrote Slaughterhouse-5. I can't remember what his name is, but his let me lower isolation. So he has a character in all of his books that's an author, and his name is Kilgore Trout. And every author has like a pad of concepts and multiple pads of different things. He has a character who uses his story concepts that he would never write because they wouldn't actually be good if they were written out, but they sound interesting. And his character's called Kilgore Trout, and this author so whenever a character has a book in one of his stories, it'll be a Kilgore Trout book, and then it'll say briefly what the book is about. And it'll always be about something ridiculous, right? Like a tree a woman who has a magical tree upon which cats grow, and she sells cats. Like it's
Sure.
it's like a not really wouldn't really turn into a good concept, but it sounds interesting. And so he has his character Kilgore Trout, and so he, instead of writing those bad books, he just talks about what the book would have been like in his good books. And then Stephen King, instead of doing that, writes the bad books. And it doesn't matter that they're going to be bad because he just like shits out a bunch of pages. And so he has this distinction between like good books that are good and bad, but like all of his books will sell to some degree.
Yeah,
and then
from the name alone.
He'll tell his publisher when it's going to be a good book, and then they promote it. Otherwise, if the book isn't promoted, you've never heard of it, it's probably bad. Right? Because he admits himself. Oh, Kurt Vonnegut, yes. So Kilgore Trout is a... I think it's supposed to be like a... it's like a mix. It's like a mix-up of his like letters in his name or something. But now that I'm looking at Kurt Vonnegut, it doesn't really seem like the letters all... yeah.
You were thinking it was going to be like an I am Lord Voldemort reveal.
No, that's what it's supposed to be, but I think it involves his middle name or something.
Okay.
Because there's obviously L's missing from Kilgore. But there's some of the same letters there. Anyway, so yeah, George R. R. Martin's like level of procrastination is pretty bad.
Yeah, 12 years is a very long time to write a book.
And that terrifies me. I never wanted to be that.
Part of me thinks it's because he also doesn't know what the heck happened next in his series. And then part of me thinks maybe it's just because of like all the hype that's been built up around Game of Thrones at this point in time.
He's cracking under the pressure, yeah.
Yeah, like he probably changed what he wanted the ending to be from when he started the series.
Mm-hmm.
Because he wants to appease everybody who's become fans of it.
Yeah. Anyway. Oh, he's freeze framed in a sick pose. Anyway, yeah.
Series became a tangled mess of plot threads. Yeah, that's what I've been told. For the most part.
Yeah, the other problem with George R. R. Martin is that he's like such a doomer that like it just feels like reading his books would be like almost as toxic as like reading some super lefty book. But
Fair.
yeah. Oh, and good. If anyone's looking for based books, and already has mine, there's a big based book sale. Was like a thing that happened a couple days ago, where Based Con in Michigan just happened, and we're definitely gonna go next year, probably.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
We need some peeps to road trip with us because it's kind of far, but you know.
You know, flying is kind of a shit show. But anyway, they're trying to like push through pilots without training, without like real like good pilot training, and it's like,
yeah,
that's a bad idea.
Yeah,
But
that's
anyway,
a very bad idea.
So there's some I saw it somewhere on like Twitter on like this terrible website. This guy like linked a bunch of books that were, you know, associated or whatever. There's some pretty interesting books, but most of them, as far as I can tell, can only be bought on Amazon, which is like, I don't wanna.
Boo.
But
Amazon bad.
yeah, there's a bunch of interesting books on there. There was like, someone just wrote like a super like Conan-esque type of thing, with pretty cool art on the cover.
Sweet.
Gotta check that out.
I do judge books by their covers.
And no, I have like a list of like 10 books that I like picked out that I wanna check out. I found some like old books, some like retro books with like sick art that I wanna read. I posted one on like Minds or something recently, so I was like, because I saved it because I was like, oh, I gotta read this. This is some fantastic art.
Retro art needs to come back. Like that old style of doing fantasy.
There's a demand for it because there's like people that use AI to generate new retro fantasy art. And like it's AI art is always just basically the same as using Google Images to just like grab a random picture for your like profile picture or whatever. Like that's kind of how I look at it. It is just stealing and with like more it's a more complicated way of like pirating stuff basically. But you know, the description of like the account that I saw that was generating these like retro fantasy things, he's like, well, most of the old artists are like dead and they're not producing new stuff, and people don't draw in the style anymore, so this is like my only option for like seeing more of it, so I like put it here to like share it, but not trying to make money on it or something because it's not really like legit, you know. And so I was kind of like, okay, fair enough. I'm hoping that the gritty 80s 2020 cyberpunk gritty 80s cyberpunk 2020-esque style makes a comeback. I mean, you could probably still find people to draw like that. You know, at one point I would like to make like a RPG rulebook, and I feel like that sort of line art is kind of like got a charm to it, and it also, because they're not coloring and stuff like that, it probably wouldn't cost as much to have a couple.
I do want to make an RPG thing. I know plenty of artists,
Yeah.
all based.
So I would probably put some. Illustrations like that in the book, mostly because the cost would be kind of lower, but then also because like it just kind of fits in the rule book. Rule book should have illustrations in them, I think. But
Of course, yeah. It's part of the fun, is that you get to like imagine it.
yeah, I would buy your TTRPG system. Well, how do you know? Maybe I'm a moron. Maybe I don't know how to run one. But yeah. Yeah, so anyway, I'll catch you guys later. Hopefully we've left you with a good taste in your brain.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And we're going to convention this weekend.
Oh, shit, yeah.
So we won't be streaming for a while, actually.
Because we're going to leave Thursday.
Well, we might stream Wednesday night. One last hurrah, but
Maybe, yeah.
yeah, who knows?
Maybe not. I don't
Maybe
know.
not, yeah, because you also have to push forward a bit.
We could stream like in the middle of the day theoretically, but the house tends to be loud, so
Yeah, I guess no promises, but we're definitely not streaming for a while.
yeah, I gotta do a bunch of stuff tomorrow. I gotta like gotta meet some people about some soap, and if you guys know anyone who would want to have a custom fragrance of soap manufactured,
We're the people to
or custom any kind of
Not even
thing.
joking. We are the people to contact.
Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned it before, but like my dad started like a soap company. Now I'm like a partner, and I'm trying to find people to have stuff made for them. You know, like
Yeah.
and like
unique scents that
Yeah.
they like.
and like
do it.
like a lot of people who do this, they just kind of like follow instructions from the internet, and then hopefully not chemically burn themselves. But my dad is like a real engineer or whatever, so he can make all sorts of
He knows
stuff.
what he's doing.
Except for conditioner. He hates conditioner.
Why does he hate conditioner?
I don't
Just
know.
like stubbornness?
I think part of it is that he doesn't believe it exists. Like, he doesn't understand it. Like, he just doesn't understand it. Like, he's like making fucking shampoo. He's like, everyone wants a combo. And I was like, no one wants a combo.
Nobody wants a combo.
Not a
Everybody
single person.
knows that conditioner doesn't work when it's combined with a shampoo. It's
just-
not
it's-
a conditioner anymore. It's just shampoo.
It's bad.
Yeah.
It's a bad idea. I mean,
Does he have a website? StoneCleanSoap.com?
yes.
Yeah, that's it.
Stone clean.
I link it on my website on the banner.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because I like to advertise for them.
He like doesn't understand, because he's just like, I guess also I have like long hair, so I understand like more what hair requires, but like you can't use a combo. It's like it dries out your hair.
It's not good.
Okay, if you want to just use a shampoo and you have a shampoo, you could use a shampoo conditioner as a shampoo, but you can't use it as both. You need to also have a conditioner. And like you have to use very little shampoo in order to not have your hair get all fucked up. Conditioner's too princessy for him. He made like the most abysmal product to like sell to a salon. It made it like impossible to like deal with the salon because like they're like hiding from his terrible product, which is like a shampoo conditioner bar, which is like it's like good for the environment, right? Because it doesn't have a big plastic bottle that comes with it, but it's like you need a man who is like no frills, who just wants their hair to be clean and conditioned all at once as fast as possible, and then you need them to care about the environment.
It's like something you would use in a prison shower, just like rubbing the bar in your hair.
So the shampoo, he made one that was just shampoo, and that was great as a bar because when you're trying to like clean your hair, right, you can't use too much shampoo or it'll dry it out. It'll make it all frizzy and shitty. So the less shampoo you can use is better. So if you have a bar, you can use even less by just like lathering it to a small amount and then working it into your roots, which is like really where it needs to be cleaned to get the oil out of there, but not the rest of your hair, kind of. So like that, and then you use regular like liquid conditioner. But like you just can't like take a bar and condition your hair. It's just not enough.
Yeah,
You just-
and
it's
nobody
like-
wants a dish bar. Nobody asked for that.
That's also a product for like him. He made dishwash like for washing dishes. He made like a bar of soap that can do that instead. So, and then it won't fuck up your hands, make them all dry. But like that's literally just him because he washes his like dishes with just his hands without a brush. He just like so, yeah. But at least that has a good packaging because he found some kind of like jute bag that you can stick it in. That's like mesh that you can just keep it in there and scrub with the bag. So it does actually work. That's not as bad a product as like the combo bar. Combo bar is not.
Yeah.
I shudder what the 3-in-1s is. Well, the 3-in-1s is just marketing because shampoo.
They just put lotion in it or something.
No. Shampoo is essentially soap. You can use shampoo as more expensive soap because it's slightly changed so that it'll work on your hair and get rid of oil and stuff, but essentially a shampoo works as a soap. So the 3-in-1s is just marketing. Every 2-in-1 is also a 3-in-1. It just depends on what they think the customer will believe. Like you're skeptical about the 3-in-1s, so they won't sell a 3-in-1 to you. But a man, you could sell that to. You could also do the 4-in-1 because anything that lathers.
Higher numbers equals good.
Yeah, so anything that lathers and has like a little bit of like one ingredient will be okay for shaving. So like my brother will just use liquid soap like in the shower to like lather up and then like shave, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So like you can have a 4-in-1 that is essentially just a 2-in-1 like shampoo conditioner.
Shampoo, conditioner, and body wash. That's right.
Yeah, shampoo, conditioner, and body wash is the 3-in-1. So but shampoo is just a body wash basically, but not as good, right?
Yeah.
So essentially anything that's shampoo is also shaving cream and like and body wash, and then anything. So a 2-in-1 is basically So anyway,
You can use it for anything if you try hard enough.
but yeah, he can also make stuff that's like not terrible.
Yeah.
As long as I make him. There's like I don't know. It's like the bug spray or whatever. It's like a fucking mad scientist down there. He's one of the few producers of non-DEET bug spray that actually works. It works not as well as super toxic stuff, but
Well, naturally, yes.
Yeah.
Bugs will always be more
Yeah.
wary of going towards actual poison than they will be of citrus.
because also like the thing with like DEET, like it will kill the bug. So like even if it doesn't keep them away, they'll just die. But then like it's also on your skin, so it's like questions. It's like this guy at a Ren Fair one time saw that I was like upset by the bees, and then he was like, "Oh, here's what you do: you take the fabric softener sheets and you rub it on yourself." And I was like, well, "That's weird. Why does that work?" So I look up what fabric softener sheets are, and they're formaldehyde. It's just like literal putting actual like
Bee safety.
mortician fluid like on yourself will keep the bugs away because they're dead.
Yeah, but it technically works.
Yeah. So anyway,
Yeah, okay.
thanks for hanging out, guys. Really.
And that'll end the stream for now, but
Yeah.
maybe we'll see you at Granite Comic-Con, huh?
Yeah, in New Hampshire. So anyway, yeah, thanks for hanging out, guys. Hope we'll see you again soon. Possibly tomorrow, not likely, but then Monday, I guess.
Maybe we'll text you.